It was $35,000.
$35,000 cash money.
No, I give $35,000 plus one, right?
The one I gave.
No, you gave me six, though, right? There was one. I had one. It was six, and then 35,000 plus one plus six leaves seven. $35,000 and seven, right? Motherfucker, can you buy that?
I'm rocking with her on that. At this point, and I probably shouldn't say this, because I'm trying to encourage something different. However, she said it. I don't agree with her saying no more, but that she said it. That's the response you're going to get when you keep coming. She going to hit you back. All right. And at this point, she like, F it. And I understand where her mindset is. I'm not saying I condone it, but I understand where her mindset is on this. All right. You done rocked out. You done rocked out. So she letting you know, F you. All right. So you don't want to go there no more. But at the end of the day, we would like to see better from you. Okay, you got people out here putting you on a pedestal, just like people have put her on a pedestal. They call her the queen of comedy. And Monique ain't funny. All she do is complain. Sir, we see that your mother is, I want to say dysfunctional, but that's just like putting it too mildly, as if I'm taking this for a joke. Literally, because saying dysfunction don't even begin to cover it when it comes to her. Okay, that movie Precious, it was all her. I know that people are saying this and it seemed like it's just kind of something that people are saying. Nah, that's for real. I've always seen Monique like that woman she played in Precious. Your mama is trauma. Okay, your mother is trauma. All right, she's trauma not just for you, but she's trauma for us, because we have to witness this, and people are being influenced by this, because you literally have some people that find ways to justify what she's doing, and you have people that find ways to justify what you're doing, and there is no justifying what either one of you guys are doing. All right, there is no justifying it, and as long as people exist, they're gonna try to take advantage of that. Okay, they're gonna encourage her, ask her about you, get her to speak on it. She's been speaking about it for years, just like she's been speaking about that other stuff. But you don't see people out here that's using common sense, all right, and saying, I mean, what else you got? What else you want to talk about? When you gonna move past it? Okay, the only person I've seen that really talked to her like they really should have, in my opinion, but it's Steve Harvey. When they had the conversation on her show, he was telling her ass then. And some people were saying it's like coon talk or whatever. Nah, this dude was telling her the right shit at the right time. He's telling us some good shit. But we see Monique don't listen to nobody. And I'm still going to do at least two videos on her that I'm sure I'm going to do already. That's not to even mention if I have to do more. But this woman does not listen to nobody. Okay, she's the type of person you cannot tell her she is wrong. And she is wrong as two left shoes in every department all the time. Like, she is the definition of you're the problem. She's in a dictionary under that picture. And if y'all look it up and it's not there, just give me a little bit after I get off of here. And I'm going to make sure I put that up for you. I'm going to build a whole website, youaretheproblem.com. And it's going straight to Monique and her Wikipedia. You know what I'm saying? Because that's her. That's her. We see that. You don't need to say nothing else. Handle your business like you're going to handle your business, but you can't handle it in spite and think that you're going to be the best dad you're going to be. You're going to be the best husband that you think you're going to be. You're going to be the best influence on the future that you think you're going to be. I mean, even to be like past 25, you still ain't no old man, but don't let these troubles age you like that and have you looking like that, okay? Just, you got potential. You got potential. Your storyline is not Monique is a bad mom. Monique is a horrible mom. Monique is hurting me. Monique, I'm her son and blah, blah, blah. And this what was me, or my mom ain't shit. That's what she doing. She doing that with everybody. That's not what you want to do, because that's corny. I mean, you gonna last 2 minutes. Okay, I didn't give you 5, I didn't give you 15 minutes. You gonna last 2 minutes. There's not no pop there that you gonna push through and remain relevant and famous and all that, just regardless of what you do or anything like that. No. The whole go back and forth but act like I'm bigger than her type deal is not going to be, what they say these days type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to cut it. That's not it. That's not your gig. All right. It's not your gig because you don't have what it takes to pull it off, is what I'm saying. But it's also because it's a no, my brother. It's not going to happen. We're not doing it. We're not doing that. We're not doing that for nobody and for no reason. All right, that's some deep stuff you and Monique dealing with. All right, it's deep and it is very damaged. Your relationship is damaged. It's damage. I'm not gonna say it's irreparable, because that's not for me to say. That's on y'all. That's on y'all. But we got it clear on both sides. So moving right along. I got one for you. I got one for you. Because y'all playing. You and Monique came out here with this, and I actually don't appreciate it. I really don't. Sir, I feel for you. And people are living through you and Monique. People are living through you from whatever angle, as a mother or as the son. Okay? People are living through you too. Because you're not the only mother and son that have a strained relationship. You're not the only mother and son that actually have, beyond strange relationship. That just got a lot of trauma, unfortunate trauma. Because that mother and son, this is just my opinion, y'all. This is just my opinion. If you don't feel that way, take it, do what you want to do with it. But the mother and son relationship and the daddy-daughter relationship is pretty deep, okay? Yes. And the mother and daughter relationship and the daddy and son relationship, right? But we know the opposite sexes, because that's just how we're made. The opposite sexes attract naturally, okay? Naturally. That mother and son, she's supposed to be your first love, just like with the girls and their dads, And the proof is there with Monique, taking on the love from another man, but also placing him as her father. Okay, he's not the only one that listen to Kanye, y'all. My dude. All right, as far as that music he be putting out, I'm a music connoisseur. So, like, I absorb music. Okay, I inhale music. All right, and I'm just art and creativity. Y'all better stop fucking with Kanye. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm just gonna keep saying it as long as it need to be said. That dude had a line, with somebody, his mama died, and he's kind of saying like, you took the place of my mom in a way, and hold me like I was your son or whatever. That type of dysfunctional stuff right there. We should never be associating people who are our lovers, as our parents. We should never do that. But we know that is a very thin line. We have to teach and remind ourselves of how we're supposed to deal with those type of relationships, because they're very fragile. Okay, they're very fragile. Just like the dude. There's a guy who I'm probably gonna do a story on this now, but he was R-wording his mother, right? Then you have the other guy who he got out of jail. His daughter was like 16. He made like he wanted to build a relationship with her. She moved in with him. Mama said, y'all build a relationship, and he groomed her. Actually, she was older than 16 by the time she was living with him, and they were in a relationship, and it became public and all that kind of stuff. We can go on and on and on, but we know that, that can be to me, that's the most fragile relationship in existence, in my opinion, the mama and the son. So, people need to first stay out of it, unless, I don't know, you're giving good advice, but sometimes people think they're giving good advice and they're not. If the advice is not towards healing, and this is my opinion, if the advice is not towards healing, I don't care how you feel like you perceive the situation. If you're not giving either party the advice that leads towards healing, whether it's together or on their own, then you should just be quiet and just, if anything, tell them to, be respectful. And that's towards healing, all right? That's towards healing. But you can't justify either side. You should never do that. You should never do that, because those are a set of feelings that that should be off limits in society. It really, really should. It really should. Because of the damage of Monique and because of the damage of Shalon, they both need to individually also be able to come to a place of, healing and mentoring, guiding through life, to where they can even put that type of relationship that they have in proper context, mentally, emotionally, the relationship between mother and son, because there's some other issues intertwining in there that can make it murky and hard for you guys to properly figure out how do you begin, to heal the problems between you two. Because at the end of the day, you're having these problems because you're mother and son. You came out her womb. She carried you in her womb, regardless of what happened after that, or even during the time you was intubated in her womb. Your mother and son, and ain't nothing beating that. And I don't mean it, y'all, like there's no relationships. I don't know. Listen, I'm not trying to explain shit. If you understand what I'm saying, you do. If you don't, you don't. I really don't care. But this is my perception on life. Y'all talk, y'all say what y'all feel and what y'all think all the time, and the majority of y'all be agreeing with each other, so y'all think it's cool. But as soon as somebody come on here and say some things that you don't agree with, they gotta be wrong. Well, okay, I'm gonna say y'all wrong, and I'm gonna say I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. Y'all need to leave that alone. You should encourage it. For what? Your entertainment. Y'all don't have enough drama and difficulties going on out here. Because your girl Monique, whoever is the Monique fan or encourager or whatever, you need to figure out what's going on with you that you need to heal, that is making you even like look at her the way you're doing. And call her auntie and all that. Listen, Monique is not funny. D.L. Hughley was correct. She is not funny. She never been funny. And y'all say queen of comedy and her style of comedy. I've given her a shot. I've listened to a lot of chicks, do their comedy and everything. And a lot of them haven't been for me, because I just hear drama and controversy, but never so much as I have with Monique. Monique is all about trauma. She is trauma. Her spiel that she does on stage has always been about dysfunction and trauma and bullying. And she the fakest thing ever, you know? She get on stage and she is the precious mama, literally. And y'all still eating that up. And it's like now, a lot of people are just now seeing it. I'm like, how you just now seeing it? But she is literally that woman when she's on stage. And then when it's convenient for her, she comes and try to, hey, my sweet babies, and try to act like, you know, she a victim and she got a sob story. Well, honey, let me tell you something. Okay, and I'm trying to shalom, because really I'm coming for Monique differently. All right, I got 2 videos I'm gonna do talking about Monique, so I really don't want to get too deep into that. But at the end of the day, that woman ain't nothing but trauma. And unless you are really saying to me, okay, unless you are really saying to me, because I'm the one sitting here watching this, that you want the trauma, that you about that trauma, you want to encourage that trauma, and you want to pour into that trauma, especially for your daughter and the children that she may have if, you know, we make it there in society, which I doubt, which, I mean, now is the time, okay? You know, did you watch the Mac? Now is the time, all right? Stand up and show you bad. I mean, are you bad? Because that shit ain't bad. Because that shit ain't bad because you standing out to your mom. That shit ain't bad. You know? And you know, it's okay to, you know, possibly take some advice from people who are on the internet, who y'all came to, that are older than you. All right? Because we just been through more shit. All right? We've been through more shit. And listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'll never downplay, you know, your life story and your hurt and pain from what you did get or didn't get, you know? But at the same time, baby, I can tell you some stories that you can't deal with. You can't deal with. And it's people who are of male anatomy and female anatomy. They got stories that make your story look like the good life. I'm talking about Kanye West and T-Pain good life. All right? So trust me. And that doesn't mean that, you know, your shit isn't valid, because it's valid. Your feelings, your trauma, the effects it has on you, who you are as a person, and how you parent and all that. But it's on you. It is on you. You are a grown-ass male. So we expect to see a grown-ass man. All right? And, you know, honestly, knowing that you hurt, knowing that, you know, at the end of the day, you probably give anything if that was to make y'all problems be healed, be fixed, go away, never existed. And you can have that mama, you know? Again, you know, maybe you can talk to Eminem. Hopefully one day. And, you know, he can just lay it out for you. You know, that's something he went through. But where is he now? Where's his mom at? Like, where are they two now? You know, how has that affected him? How's it gonna affect him? His mama, you know, not to really, but pretty soon his mama could be like just either too, you know, old and dealing with whatever she's dealing with, or she could literally be gone. Any of us could be gone at any moment, you know? But that's still, you're not gonna be able to do comeback videos, and you're not going to comeback video away this. You're not going to podcast away this. You're not going to bicker back and forth away this. All right. The rest of your life, this is going to be with you, and it's not going to be able to go nowhere. It's up to you to decide what you're going to do with it. And you don't have to let it haunt you as bad as it has been, and as bad as I can clearly see that it is. You don't have to let that happen, because if you choose to, you're being selfish. All right. Even more selfish than y'all are, because both of y'all being selfish. That's what you're doing. You're being selfish. All right, you're making it about you. I said this in my previous video. You're making it about you. And she's making it about her. I mean, sir, I really see straight through you. This is just, you know, you said, now's the time, I'm jumping in. All right, and you jumped in. And now you're trying to, you know, build off of that. How? I mean, how? So you're going to take the podcast idea. Okay. 9 times out of 10, that's what you're going to do. You're going to take the podcast idea. Good on you. Just don't be talking about your mom. All right, we don't heard enough sob stories. It's 2024. Everybody's on the internet with their stuff. Everybody's confessing. Everybody's exposing. We don't heard enough sob stories. All right, we don't need to hear yet another one. And there is honestly nothing you can tell us about Monique. Nothing anybody can reveal about Monique. Monique reveals everything about herself on her own. She's been doing that. She's going to do that. And I honestly don't hold out any. I'm not optimistic about her improving. I'm really not. All right. And, you know, shame on the people who support and encourage her reaction towards her son, and her to continue to talk about her son. Let me tell you something, Monique, and then I'm out of here, and I'm coming back, okay, on the subject of Monique. But let me tell you something, Monique. Let me tell you something. You sitting there with your dude, and let him come for your son like you did, and let him speak on your behalf about you and your son relationship, especially when y'all sit there and don't claim him and say you have 3 boys, right? And to use him in your comedy and then to expose those text messages. And then to get on your, and these are just the things I know about, but to get on your, what do they call it, what you're doing? They call it stand-up, it's a show. Well, to get your tail on stage and tell that little non-funny joke that it was an old lady, why don't you just say it from the bottom of your heart, okay? Because, I mean, you did in the way you expressed it. I don't understand how people literally think that shit is cute. But it's not. It's not. Monique, you are hurt and you are a coward. You are hurt and you are a coward. You are hurt and you are a coward. And you don't deserve, honey, you do not deserve for anybody to be apologizing to you, okay? And I'm going to be more specific because not just because of what you're doing, like in reference to your son, but mainly, I'm going to say because of that, all right? You don't deserve for somebody to spit on you if you were on fire, okay? And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I will tell you that to your face. And I would love to see your reaction so that I will have a reason. Okay? You want to be evil. You like being evil. And you think that you're good at being evil. You think you're so good at being evil that you can force people to support you. You can force people to put themselves on the line for you. You can force people to come out here and try to go to battle for you. And you can't even catch a clue. You can't even catch a clue. You can't. That's how gone you are. That's how gone you are. That's how gone you are. But you just all this. This is all you are. You're all this. You're all mouth. You are all mouth. You are not a young lady, Monique. You are not a young lady. Even when you was saying skinny bitches, then you were too obese to even be truly talking like that. Because all it took was for one of them skinny bitches to catch your ass outside. And you be done. You be done. Okay? You're not whooping nobody's tail. So I don't understand why you be like everything about you is about beef. As if you're gonna actually get in the ring. Mike Tyson. Like, I don't know. You so masculine. A masculine bully with no point. You don't have no point. You don't have, in my opinion, no talent. All right. They gave her an award for that role she played in Precious, which to me is ridiculous. It's highway robbery. And for y'all to sit back and celebrate it is even more ridiculous. It's not no real talent to act like yourself. Okay. That is not no talent. How do you think she did it so well? We ain't seen Monique do enough stuff to sit up here and say that was an amazing role. No, we've seen enough for Monique to know that she was actually playing herself. She got her hands on something where she could just be herself. All right. And she loved it. She loved every moment of it. And so did you, because it was real. It was real. That's how it was so powerful. Okay. This is not no seasoned actress. All right. Who reached, just like that was the role that we know that she can give. Like she bringing it. No, that was Monique being herself. So it's no flex. I'm not impressed. Okay. I'm not impressed by anything you do because it's always negative. All right. It's always negative, never positive. The only perceived positiveness that y'all get from Monique is when she come on here and my sweet precious baby y'all asses to death. And it's all fake and phony. Terrible at that. And y'all eat that shit up for what? Because you got something wrong with you. Y'all need love and correction that bad. You act like Monique is really your aunt or she your mother talking to you. She giving you something that you didn't give her somebody else. Okay? You're not the only one who has lack in relationships. All right? But it's weird to be going around and seeking that replacement from people on the internet who were put before you to be celebrities. Especially when you don't know how to separate the good from the bad and hold them accountable. You can't see the dysfunction because it's all over you. It's all in you and you embrace it. Y'all embrace it. That's the only way you can embrace Monique. She is nothing but negativity.
I'm a gorgeous woman. That's not me being egotistical or narcissistic. It's just a fact. I'm a knockout. I have confidence and je ne sais quoi that is, unmistakable in my pheromones and my chemistry and the way I walk. I am divine feminine energy.
It was $35,000.
$35,000 cash money.
No, I give $35,000 plus one, right?
The one I gave.
No, you gave me 6 though, right? There was one. I had one. It was 6 and 35,000 plus 1 plus 6 is 7. $35,000 and 7, right? Motherfucker, can you buy that?